Hello YouTube, Ugo4221 here,
And left for pills.
and welcome back to our Stanley Parable playthrough where we left off. Uh, I did a lot of stuff in the right door, and now we're gonna finish up the last thing I can do here, I
This was
believe.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and
What would
Stanley
that
knew it
be?
perfectly well.
Going
Perhaps
straight,
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
which is
first, just to admire
obviously
it.
very hard for me, because I love...
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I am gonna do that, but instead of taking the
And so
elevator,
he detoured through the maintenance
going
section,
straight.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh,
So,
shocking. You put you right back on the right path.
Yet there
really?
was
That's
not
all
a
it does?
single person here
Yeah.
either.
Aww,
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
whatever.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
Hold on,
find
I've
a
never
way
went
climbing to
downstairs
a
before.
staircase.
I'll do that.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's see what downstairs does. Oh. Oh, this is... Oh, this is dark. Okay, I'll go this way.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh,
He
look, a
considered the
car.
possibility of facing
Oh,
his boss,
can I get in this?
admitting he had left his
No.
post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh my god.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this,
What a mess.
he began to make other strange observations.
Like
For
what?
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yo, that's creepy,
For that
dude.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself. This is all too strange. This can't be real.
They're
At
repeating.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
He's dreaming?
This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Oh,
relief Stanley
that
felt.
changed right
He
next to
finally
me.
found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after
This
all.
is the stupidest
He thought
ending.
to himself, I suppose I'll wake
I'm
up
asleep,
soon. I'll have
apparently.
to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yo.
So, he imagined himself flying and
Oh,
began
God.
to gently float above the
Oh my god. I'm flying.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too
Oh.
appeared. It was so much fun.
Oh, no.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Okay.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating
What?
everything that I'm doing and thinking?
What?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
This is
which
so
was possible,
weird.
Of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Well, I did just fly and
Stanley
travel
is
through
as awake
space,
right now
so...
as he's ever been in his life.
Yo.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yo.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
How
Did the
long
voice
is
not
this
see him
ending?
float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely,
Surely.
if he could just...
Wake
he
up.
would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Yes.
So he closed his eyes gently.
No. No,
and
no,
he
no, no.
invited himself to wake up.
No, 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 no.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
No, no, no.
the press of the mattress on his back,
No, no, no.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
No.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please,
No.
it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I
I think this is where you
Everything will be fine.
restart.
No, don't worry. It's he's still talking.
Oh,
Okay.
I wish I could hear what he was saying.
Oh, I'm still in the same place?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake
Oh
me
God,
up.
the
My name is
music.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Oh God.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
This is like a Willy Wonka ending.
Willy
And
Wonka
everything
ending.
went black.
Oh, I'm no longer in control. No, you know how the
This
scene
is
where
the
they're
story
rowing in the
of a
river?
woman named Mariella.
Yeah.
A woman named Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Mariella woke
She
up on a day
rose,
like
got
any other?
dressed, gathered her belongings,
What the
and
fuck?
walked to her
I'm a
place
fi-
of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had
What
stumbled
age
through
first?
town talking and screaming to himself. and then
Don't laugh at
collapsed
me.
Dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was
I like how
comforting to
the
think
graphics
this,
are
and
consistently
certainly
glitching
seeing
in this
man made her feel
cutscene.
better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important
You always set the graphics
whose
options.
impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
I can't believe the only difference I did was go downstairs instead of upstairs. And all this shit happened. Are you fucking kidding me?
The end is never the end.
Well, that's one of the endings. Hey, thanks for watching. This is UK421.
And left for pills.
Confused as fuck. Signing off.